Hey guys, welcome to the October 2025 new moon reading. The moon is currently in Libra. We're experiencing a Libra Scorpio new moon. We are just about to enter Scorpio season in a day or two, but for whatever reason, well, the new moon doesn't always have to be the start of a zodiac season, but we're still in the Libra moon, still experiencing a Libra moon. We had a Virgo Libra new moon last month, and this month we have a Libra Scorpio new moon. So that's fun when we are on the cusp of a moon phase because we get the energies of two different zodiac signs. This month we have Libra energy, which gives us, the moon governs our emotions. The Libra influence gives us that balance that we need for fairness and to consider those besides ourselves, but also consider ourselves and figure out what's fair and harmonious for our environment. But we also have that Scorpio energy, which will be propelling us into transformation, digging deep within so that we can experience change that is necessary, no matter how difficult it may be for us to experience or accept that change. So at RockyWriterShop.com, we have our new moon calendar. Happy new moon in Libra Scorpio. This month's new moon for the Scorpio new moon is Libra Scorpio new moon. This month's intention prompt is I uncover the secrets necessary for my transformation. So this calendar, this new moon month calendar is going to be up on Rocky Writer Shop socials. And as soon as I get off of here, as soon as this live is finished, we're going to get into the I'm going to post that calendar for you so that you have it for this month. And once again, the intention prompt this month is I uncover the secrets necessary for my transformation. That's that scorpionic energy that we're getting from this new moon. And once again, the moon governs our emotions, so you may feel during this Libra Scorpio new moon the emotional prompting to discover change again, even if it's like related to dark secrets or uncovering things that you are not the most pleasant things to admit or talk about. The scorpionic energy, in addition to the Libra fairness energy, will give you that extra prompting to emotionally satisfy your need for transformation. So just like we do every month, I'm going to pull one card from this Egyptian Star Oracle deck. And I think I'm just going to pull one card from this Sufi Tarot deck. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I usually do 2 or 3 cards from the Tarot deck and one card from the Egyptian Star Oracle, but we will see how it goes. And what we do is we invoke the energies of, I feel like we did this one before. Tree of Life and Wisdom. We invoke the energies of the deity that we pull. Or you could invoke the energy of whatever deity you feel most comfortable with. But see, we have a topic here. So we invoke the topic. Whatever deity you're most comfortable with, so that we can get into the vibration of setting intentions for the new moon. The new moon represents a fresh start, a new beginning, a life that is, not a life, but a season of starting something new. You can set intentions, and the universe is so kind that she allows us a time frame when we're experiencing the new moon, where we can focus just on our own self and say, I am setting intentions for my personal autonomy and my personal desires, what I want for myself. That's what the new moon energy allows us. So once again, we're experiencing a Libra Scorpio new moon. And let's get into our reading. Let's get into our reading. Okay. So I'm just going to pull two cards today. We're just going to read what the book says. And that's all. So we have this Tepia Samed card. The card represents the tree of life and wisdom. You see this beautiful image of this tree that represents the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, the tree of life, the tree of wisdom. And then we have some beautiful animals eating the fruit of the tree, and someone also picking the fruit from the tree, showing our universal connectivity. Let's get into the reading here. So we have the transliteration of this name is Tepia Samed. Translation is he's the predecessor of the horn. His Egyptian name, Tepia Samed. The Egyptian calendar dates, we have our dates in the Rocky Rider Shop calendar. The Decan group is sheep, and the mineral for this deity is gold. Once again, you can invoke whichever deity you desire. Card meaning: Tree of Life and Wisdom. On the astronomical ceiling, in the tomb of Senmut, Tepia Samed is included with the decans of the boat group. Although the decan is clearly connected with the sheep group, it is part of a horn after all. The substance of the decan fits with the philosophical view of a boat being a vessel for aspects of the human condition. In this case, Tepia Samed represents your intellectual world. In some ways, the tree is a manifestation In some ways, the tree is a manifestation of the oracle deck itself. It's a book of ancient knowledge that is tied to the natural order of things, like the tarot expresses celestial mysteries in pictorial form to make them easier for us to grasp. The baboons grasping for fruit indicate your search for knowledge. If this card is found in conjunction with R8, the Decan 31, it is a strong indication that you should be writing, even if it's not strictly creative writing. It means your internal knowledge needs to be expressed and shared with others. Let's see what else we have here. So, the Decan's week is in the Egyptian calendar. Ends with a midwinter festival called Amun in the Raising Heaven Festival. During the festival, devotees of Amun or Amun Ra gathered branches of the sacred Ishid tree, an evergreen tree native to Ethiopia bearing orange fruit that is revered as a symbol of Amun Ra and Thoth in ancient Egypt. The baboons in the tree are living avatars of Thoth, the god of knowledge and writing. The conceptual tree of life or tree of knowledge is often thought to have originated in the Hebrew Bible, but the mythology behind it is much older and far more widespread. The pyramid texts, which predate the earliest Hebrew religious texts by 1300 years, say the deceased will be known across all realms as a god with life everlasting, just like Supdep, who resides under the Kesbet tree. In ritual work, Tepia Samed can repel evil spirits and has control over diseases. This decan can spread a plague that spares his virtuous followers but leaves enemies very sick. The Naos of the decades makes the curious claim that victims of Tepia Samed will feel the voice of the bull throbbing in every part of their body, which may be a reference to the deity Baal. Ugaritic text from 1250 BCE describes Baal as having two horns and the voice of the bull. For detailed information on how to perform the ritual to invoke this decan, use this card and refer to the instructions beginning on page 21. So what we're talking about here is sacred wisdom, and sacred wisdom for the sake of, I want to say eternal life, but I'm going to say abundant life or a better life instead. So we're talking about sacred wisdom here for the sake of bettering our life. That's what we're doing for this new moon We're focusing on the knowledge, the wisdom that we need for the transformation, scorpionic energy, transformative energy for the Scorpio, Libra Scorpio new moon, the sacred wisdom that we need for our life, for the betterment of our life. So let's get into our prayer here, our invocation for the deity. Again, you can invoke whichever deity you're most comfortable with. And yeah, so here's the ritual, an example of a ritual if you need one for the new moon, or if you want a new one. So, rituals to invoke the decans. Each decan can be called upon for different uses, guidance, or assistance. Details of the specific traits of each decan is written in the card information. Once you have chosen which decan you would like to approach, you can use the tools below to invoke them through ritual work. To perform a ritual invocation of a decanal god, there are 4 basic tools you'll need. The mineral used to connect with the decanal god, that would be gold for this one. A card with the decan's name written in hieroglyphics. Again, you can invoke whichever deity you are most comfortable with. An offering to the decanal god. This, and it's going to list here offerings you can give, and the spell to invoke the decanal god, and we have the spell here, or the invocation prayer. So most Egyptian gold contained high amounts of silver and some copper. Modern ritual magicians can easily and cheaply find gold with the same chemical composition of as the ancients by utilizing gold with purity between 10 and 20 carats. Again, you just put that on your altar when you are invoking whichever deity you are most comfortable with. The offering should be placed on the table or altar where you are performing the ritual. After the ritual is over, consume the offering. In this way, you are communing with the god and they are eating and drinking through you. Incense as an offering can be burned during the ritual. Offerings appropriate for all decans include beer and bread, wine, beef and poultry, figs, grapes and tiger nuts, salts or natron, and incense, alabaster, and linen. You can create your own spell to invoke the decans, and there are plenty available on the internet, or you could use this one. Hail to you, Atum. You can screenshot this. Hail to you, Atum, who made the sky and created the universe, who came forth from nothing and formed the gods. Hail to you, lords of pure offerings, whose thrones are secret. Again, you don't have to use the name Atum. You can if you want to. You can also use this name here, Tepius Samed, or you can invoke whichever deity you are most comfortable with. Hail to you, lords of eternity, whose names are hidden, whose shrines are secret, and whose place name is unknown. Hail to you, gods who encircle the night sky, you gods in the west, along with the 9 gods in the lower sky. I have come to you, pure, divine, spiritualized, strong, ensouled, and mighty. I have brought you natron and incense. I have come so that I may expel the evil that is in my heart. I have brought you that which is good. I have celebrated truth for you. I know you. I know your names. I know your shapes, which were unknown, and your modes of being. Now I occupy your seat, which is upon the earth. You can also invoke Horus, or the all-seeing eye, which is like the Most High. Again, whichever deity you are most comfortable with. You can screenshot this as well, the second page of the prayer. I bring up your children, I strengthen your gate, I set up your doors and build your altars. Upon the altar, I lay your invocation offerings of bread and beer, oxen and fowl. Awake for this, your warm bread that I have prepared for you, your 1,000 of bread, your 1,000 of beer, your 1,000 of oxen, your 1,000 of poultry, your 1,000 of figs, your 1,000 of earth almonds, your 1,000 of grapes, your 1,000 of alabaster, your 1,000 of linen, your joints of meat on your slaughter block, your bread, which is in the bread hall, awake. All right, so that's what we have for this, to invoke this energy of wisdom necessary for a greater life, or for a more fulfilling, more abundant life. Now we're going to read a card. Now we're going to read what this guidebook has to say about this card, which represents the Hermit card in the tarot. Dervish in Sufi wisdom is the... Matter of fact, let me look up real fast what Dervish specifically means, so we get a little bit more energetic guidance here. It says Dervish is a member of a Muslim, specifically Sufi religious order, who has taken vows of poverty and austerity. I'm not suggesting vows of poverty here. Certain orders of dervish are known for their devotional rituals and are sometimes referred to as dancing, whirling, or howling dervishes according to the practice of their order. Okay, so for this, we can create the energy of, or create the inspiration of going on any type of spiritual fast for wisdom. When I fast, I like to fast for enlightenment or for revelations of things that I'm not really seeing. So, again, for this concept of seeking wisdom for a more fulfilling life, we can put away, I'm not saying you should take a vow of poverty, but you can fast from social media, you can fast from certain foods, fast from take a break from certain things that may be taking up your time so that you can pay more attention to seeking whatever deity or whatever information the universe has for you in whichever way the universe reveals things to you through whomever or whatever. So we're going to read this. I'm just going to read this and then we are finished for today. So dervish represents the hermit in traditional tarot. This fell upright. So when it's upright, it represents solitude, soul searching, wisdom and quiet, introspection, meditation, contemplation, self-reflection, quest for answers, comfort with being unconventional. This is like the perfect two cards to get together, seeking wisdom for a more uh, fulfilling life, as well as the strategy that you take to gain that wisdom. So we have the dervish or hermit is in or hermit in traditional tarot is a sage, a mystic who has removed their ego from the center of the universe and placed the divine there instead. Although the word dervish is associated with renunciation, to be a dervish today does not necessarily mean embracing asceticism in the literal sense. Rather, it refers to a spiritual state of being that is connected to something other than our physical lives. The dervish learns to be in the world, but not of the world, connected yet disconnected, standing at the door between the inner and outer realms. The dervish, literally doorway, represents a state of oneness with the divine and simultaneously unity with all of creation. When the card appears for you, you are being guided to a place of silence and stillness within yourself. Have you been caught up in the rat race of drama of the world? Do you need to disconnect and take some time out to reflect on what is important and to and for you? This card comes with a strong message of the need for introspection and inner reflection to examine the effect the outer world is having on you and to focus on your own needs. There is an ancient tale of a dervish who would knock on people's doors in the middle of the night saying, "Awaken, awaken." If the dervish arrives at your door, then this is a call to awaken to a new perspective, a new way of being. You're being guided to your inner wisdom, to the light within you that often dulls in the haze of frenzied outer activity. Contemplations. What is my relationship with solitude? Do I take time out for myself away from the noise of the outer world? Affirmation. I honor the guidance that comes from within. So just to wrap up what we went over today, we spoke about this deity, which represents the tree of life and wisdom, which is correspondent to the tree of the knowledge of good and evil in traditional religion and in Christian religion and Hebrew religion. But this is saying that this Egyptian concept outdates the Hebrew concept of the tree of life. This is a universal law and concept of gaining wisdom so that we connect with a more fulfilling life. And then we spoke about the idea of seeking alone time, personal time, so that we can connect with the world around us and potentially put our own ego and needs aside so that we can have a little bit more connectivity to the universe so that we can gain wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and ideas. So, last but not least, just a reminder that the Rocky Rider shop new moon calendar is going to be up for this month. For this new moon is going to be up on social media. Rocky Writer Shop at Rocky Writer Shop. Right now, I'm going to post it right now. This new moon's intention prompt is I uncover the secrets necessary for my transformation. So we see everything was really aligned here and really in sync with the concept of uncovering the secrets necessary for transformation, fulfilling life, betterment, and things of that nature. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next in 2 weeks for the full moon reading.